Hello, this is Cinders Papercraft.co.uk and I am bringing you this video which seems to have disappeared off my channel. The preview's there but not the actual one, so I'm re-recording this because I deleted it. Right, so I have done a preview card, so if you want to know anything about the card you can get a better look of that from the preview. It has got a gift card in which I will probably change up. The stockings free moving. I've reverse stamped and reverse die cut the dog, so it looks a bit more sweet than both vying for the cookies, and it does fold down flat and goes in a standard envelope. Right, so we are going to crack on. I am using this beautiful set which is ready for Christmas, which has just been released, and it is adorable, absolutely adorable. The die sets are called Christmas Staircase Thinlets, and you get a lot for your money. So as you can see, there's a lot, and then you've got the two lots of stamps. So we are going to run through this quite briefly. We have our cardstock, which we are having faced that way, and I have my acetate even, which has got static on, which I'm going to use to put the dog and the tree on. I have already cut out the die pieces, otherwise we would be here forever and you'd be falling asleep, and no doubt so would I. And I have the designer paper. I wanted to show you a really quick way of doing the these presents, so you can get, I just think they look nicer with the paper underneath, but the choice is yours. You can stamp them in any colour, you don't even have to emboss. But I have, and I've also embossed the baubles. I've embossed those with silver. I just thought it looked quite cute, and as it's a gift card holder, I thought I would put a bit more effort into it. Right, so I have put the presents all facing one way, so as you can see these are all sort of facing that way. Okay, we are going to take our Versamark and we are going to stamp them up. Now we want the presents to sort of be roughly so that it's straight, if you see what I mean. So we are going to just put that down, and I know I didn't use the anti-stat I had before, so before I get told off, I had actually used that. And I have my coffee filter, and I put all my little pots into these ones so I can store them in I have a box. Let me put that away, otherwise there's going to be a catastrophe with it and it will end up going everywhere, and I cannot stand embossing powder. Quite ironic because I absolutely love the effect and I love embossing, just can't stand the powder going everywhere. Right, so I have preheated this again, so let's hope. Right, you don't want to wobble that around, you want to put even pressure on. So when I see people waving it around frantically, it isn't like a hairdryer. You're more likely to burn the powder, and I'm backed up by a lot of people. Okay, so then you'll just cut those out. I'll use a die and cut them out, but that's it. That's all I've done, is stamp them multiple times, and that will go on another one. Right, so where do we start? So, oh, I wanted your opinion. Not that you can tell me, but I stamped this in just the garden green, which I thought was quite nice, and then I embossed one which I also thought was quite nice, but I don't know which one to go with. I'll think on it. I also embossed the garland. Is it garland? What do you call them? Garland. well, one of them that goes round things. And I have, actually, I might not use that embossing because that might stop it being so flexible. So I'm going to go with that one. It's going to have lots of presents and baubles and that lot. And I've done 3 of these. Okay. I've done 4 of the stockings. And I don't know if you can see, but I've just added the gold twine to 3 of them. I'm being brave and have stupidly left one to do with you. So they're already embossed and decorated. I've got another one to do, which I don't think is a good idea because today my hands are shaking, so this could be interesting. But I'm sure you'll bear with me. You're a lovely lot of people out there. Right, so I've embossed the wood textures, the stamp on there. I've done it double-sided just to give it a bit of... But how cute is that? Honestly, it looks real. Well, as real as a dinky little table can look. And my dogs, I have done. Facing that way. Ooh. Throw the dog around. I'll be reported to the RSPCA. See, it only comes that way. I bet you're thinking, yeah, shut up and get on with it. Right, so there was the staircase, which I've also used the wood textures. I have already done some of the parcels and put some up on to the pop you up things. I tell you, Sunday, my brain not compatible. My 2 doggies. There's the 2 stockings and the bow. Oh, this doesn't bode well, does it? And then we have the pictures, which I'm going to put on in the baubles, and I have that. So actually I'm going to clear that out of the way after I've so carefully moved it all out. And we are going to work on the staircase first. Give my hands time to get used to working with little things. Right, so we are going to put that right along there. Let me move that out of the way and let me come here, central. And I'm going to glue this. So if you use Tombow, that's a lovely glue. I have actually shown where you can get the small applicator bottles, so you can use Tombow really finely. And we are just going to make sure that is lined up nice and straight, like so. You can put them in these bottles. Right, so we are now going to put the garland on, which we're gonna just pop along there. But before we do, this is where I get really brave, guys. Wish me luck. Anyone that's watched or follows me knows that I'm cursed with shaky hands when it comes to crafting. Right. Is that all I need? And I need my glue dots and I need my thread. Ooh, which I didn't get out. I need some, I'll show you one day. It's quite a stacking chest of drawers. It's got 9 of those drawers in. I made it and it was such fun. Oh, now that bit, come on. Right, so here we go. We need 2 of these bits out as well. Right, so we are going to put a glue dot. Ooh, it's rumper cover. Just, oh, goodness me, that's a strong dot. Right, so there's a glue dot there, and we are going to get the thread that decided to make a break for it, and we are just going to pop the thread there, leave enough for it to have a little loop, because it's got to go around the garland, so I think that's probably good enough. So I'm going to trim that off there. Let's move that out of the way, and let's neaten up this bombshell. Right, so we are now, I'm going to glue down, I don't have to do this, but I think it's a good idea just to glue a spare one on the back, or a plain one on the back, and then the glue dot and the glue will just hold that and make sure it doesn't come apart. And we are going to just trim some of those down because we don't need so much. We can do those on both of them, and I'm going to get a dot, good old glue dots. What did we do without them? Right, so put one on there, and we are going to put one there, so you can see that I've done that one around the wrong way. You can actually see the dies if you've put them around the wrong way. Okay, and then I am going to just laughingly, let me put the glue on there. Now this glue does dry matte and clear, so in case you're thinking that is terrible, it will dry completely clear. And we are just going to pop that on like that. Okay, and then I am going to put a bit of actual glue there, and I'm going to pop that right there. Okay, that's that done. Oh, in case you were wondering, it's called Pick Me Up. Amazing. When it starts to lose its stick, you can just twist it and it will mend itself. Right, so here goes. I'm going to probably end up gluing these. I think I'm going to have to, because my hands are starting to yeah, sorry, I have limitations, and I should have filmed this on a different day, but as I say, you're all lovely people, I'm sure you don't mind. But that's how you'll do those, is you'll put that in and you thread it over. It really is worth doing. It does look lovely. Might have to put them on with dots. Yeah, I'm going to need to. Oh, I'm really disappointed. Oh well, we just deal with what we got. Oop. No, I nearly messed up then. Mind you, you can mess up on these and no one will ever know, because they'll, anyone who notices you've made a mistake on a card, take it back off them and give them to someone who would really like to receive them. I can honestly say I love handmade presents. I love handmade cards. And I'm more touched than someone doing that than going to a shop and buying one. Right, my lecture's over now. We have our 3 pictures. And how I've done those is I've put a big one there, that one in the middle. I can show you. Right. Right, so that one can go there. You can pick whatever colours you like to do your pictures in. I just thought I would go for a range of different colours. Ooh, does that look straight to you? Let me sort that out. Right, so take it down a bit. Goodness me, can you hear that wind that's just started up? I see the poor people in Florida are getting a hurricane now. One of my favourites is Cheryl B. She lives in Florida. I do hope she's okay. Right, so there we are. Let's get this out of the way. Now we are getting to the point where we need our acetate. So that is a normal strip, which is, I think it's 8 1/4. So we are going to pop that in there, line that up with the bottom, and we are just going to I seem to have the lack of straight. We are going to bend that over so that it's in line with the bottom, and just give it a thumb crease. Then pull the acetate the other way, and we are now just going to fold that over, bring it down a bit, and then just crease there. It's much better than scoring. You'll get a snug fit. Okay, so now we are going to take our bone folder or Teflon folder, depending on what you have. Oh, I'm quite disappointed I never got the stockings to move on this one. You really can get them moving, these ones. It's worth doing. Right, so we are going to pop our table on. Now, I think I use glue dots on everything now, because glue dots and acetate work out beautifully, and they are remarkably strong. So, don't want that. There. Right, so we are going to put that to one side because we need our doggy out. I love reverse stamping in die cutting, especially if people know the stamp set and they're like, how did you do that? Right, so we're popping puppy right about there, and then we are going to put, we're going to put it on there and get a glue dot out. Silly moo. Right, so let's try again. We are going to put that, let's get that out of the way. So we are going to line that up, and we're going to have the puppy's nose right there. Okay, just by there, because we're going to put the cookies there. And our other puppy, right, And we are going to line them up along the bottom like that, and then we are going to get our cookies, which I've just coloured in. Cookies, and it says, "For Santa we love you." Who doesn't like Santa? Right, so we will pop them flush with the table. See, kind of cute. Now this is the bit that I need to get right, so we are going to bend these around a bit so that they've got a bit of dimension, and then I am just going to pop some glue down. You don't have to do this, I just thought a little bit of dimension was fun, but no doubt unless you're hand delivering it, it will get squished down in the envelope anyway. But we can make it how we like, and you certainly can make it how you like as well. I think it's Tuppence Coloured, who is a lovely crafter. It says there aren't any Stampin' police. There really aren't. Right, so now we're going to put the baubles on. Where's me pick me up? That sounds like I'm drinking, doesn't it? Right, so we are going to put a dot of glue down, stick it on there like so, and just going to place those around. Okay, you can put as many or as few as you like on. Oop. It is your card. I have to say, my Christmas tree, I have a lot on my Christmas tree. Oop. There. No. Oop. Hope you're all enjoying your day. I don't know if you can hear, but I think there's must be a concert in the park. I can hear live music. Right, I'm only going to do a couple more and then we're done. And then one down here. I'm not going to put one right in the middle because I honestly don't think it will stick down. Although it does look a bit lopsided, doesn't it? I struggle so badly with random. Yeah, no, sorry. I've got a little person inside screaming it's lopsided. Right. There. Oh. There we go. Right. So I'm going to put that to one side. Oh, and the star. Got to give the tree a star. Right, so I'm going to pop that to one side, and we are going to get out some of our presents. Now we are going to put some on dimensional so that bit clips round and stays round. That's a bit that I messed up on the other one. Right, so I do need to actually glue dot this down. Leave it a bit longer if you can, and obviously you're only going to put glue dots on to not too high because it won't go on the acetate then. Oop. Every now and again there is a glue dot that will not come off the roll for love nor money. Right, so we are going to put that, I think probably about, we need room for the presents, you see. Seems to have gone a bit cattywampus. Okay, so let's put that straight now. Right, and we are going to build up our presents. Now the ones that are going to, we can cut this off a bit, so that isn't a problem. We're going to want it to come around there because we'll want quite a curve. So I'm going to put down some with dimensionals, which I will put on now. So you're going to put them nearer to that side because then it can slip under. So if I got that one round the wrong way, so it can clip underneath that. And we're going to do one of those as well. I should really use a small one. Let's take that one off because I stuck that one on without thinking. Right, so again I will pop that to that side and the rest can go on with glue dots. So we are going to put that one, line it up with the bottom. You can give it a bit of an angle to make it look a bit fun, because I don't know about you, but I love presents all around the tree, especially when they're piled up on top of each other. So I'm going to put this one on sooner rather than later, so I can see where that needs to go. So you're going to test this bit, this flap, and see where that wants to sit. So that can go under the tree there. So we are going to put that there, and then that can tuck under both, like so, and then it will hold itself open. Right, and let me put the rest on with dots. I love this stamp set. I wonder if how many of you have got it. This was one of my favourites. I say that everyone's my favourite, but it was the dogs that done it for me. I'm a dog person. Right, so there we are. And if my hands choose to work again, there, and then that just gets tucked there. So what do you think? That's how it sits, and you get a lovely design. Now I am going to put some glue dots on the back of this because this one isn't as tight as the other one was. You can put a gift holder in like I did on the other one. I'm not going to do it, not going to do it to this one, but if you put a glue dot in 4 corners, and then you will need to put a glue dot in the center, and I'll show you why. So let's get that one put in. So, oh, I tell you what, these glue dots are fearsome little things. And we are going to wrap that one, make sure it's square, like so. And then that flaps under there. Oh, did I have an extra present that I didn't use? Didn't use that present. Right, and then that just sits down like so. Clips in there. There. And if you did want to put in a, oh sorry guys, if you did want to put in a gift card, you'll just tuck it behind the in the acetate there, which I might turn this one into a gift card, but I don't need to on this one. Right, so there are my 2 cards. Aren't they cute? I think they're really cute. So there we are. I hope you'll give them a try. I really do. They are fun and they will make some impact. You can see them at all angles, which is nice as well. Or if you want them flat, they can look ever so sweet as well. Someone can always cut the extra acetate off if they just want them to be flat. But I thought they were great fun folds. Right, okay, well, that's it for now. And thank you for sharing time with me today. Hope you'll give it a go. If you need any of the items that you've seen today, I have a online shopping facility on my blog, which is www.cinderspapercraft.co.uk, and it is a secure Stampin' Up website, so your details are safe. Right, okay, thank you for spending time with me today. I hope your day goes very well, and thank you for stamping with me, or crafting with me, or watching me. I'm gonna have to take that off. Right, thank you for spending some of your day with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, bye.